political slant. But to his surprise, liberals and conservatives process risk with wildly different regions of their brains. Conservative brains consistently use the amygdala to make the decision to risk everything. This region is associated with gut feeling and fight or flight responses. Red brains experience risk as a threat with a potential reward. Liberal brains consistently use the insulae when gambling, a region associated with perception of one's own feelings. Blue brains experience risk as a problem to be solved. Both brains end up at similar conclusions about taking risks, but their brains experience it differently.
What it tells us is that being a political liberal or political conservative influences everything that we see. That we see the world in really different ways. We use different mental tools when we're processing even basic things like gambling that appear to have nothing to do with politics. And that just blew our minds.
So why is this? Are we born with our future politics already fixed in the structure of our brains?
We're unsure about this, and I actually have a study that we're going to be looking to see with the data set that has studied children from age 4 to 20, the differences in people's brains and do they change over time. But what we know right now is that people when they're around 20 seem to have different sizes of amygdala and insulin, depending on whether they're liberals or conservatives.
Darren expects that by the time we're 20, most of us will have solidified the color of our political brains. The possibility of harmony between liberals and conservatives is therefore unlikely. Politicians and politically active citizens cannot truly see things from the other side. Their brains won't let them. Our intense partisanship is probably here to stay. But there may be a way to reshape our brains to cherish the greater good of all mankind and open our minds and hearts to one another.
When I look around at the new guy,